Hello, so in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to use the distance constraint using these same bars. So we already have our first bar in place, and now I'm going to add a second bar. So in the Assemble tab, I'm going to go back to this 4-hole bar that I've been using. So if you wanted to have these bars next to each other, let's say we want to have them lined up with each other, but we just don't want them to be right next to each other. We want to, let's say, have a gap in between here. Well, the way to do that is to use the distance constraint. So to do that, we're going to click this face and this face, just like we did in the other tutorial. But right now, as you can see, it automatically set it as coincident. We're actually going to change that constraint up here. We're going to click this drop-down arrow and click distance. So that will allow us to separate the parts, and then to edit the distance apart they are, we can go to placement and change this. So if we wanted them to be 1 inch apart, change that number, and as you can see, they're now 1 inch apart. So if you ever need 2 parts in Creo and you want them to be a certain distance from each other, then the distance constraint is what you use. It's really simple. It works pretty much like the coincident constraint. You just can make the parts offset from each other so that they're not in the same plane. They're a certain distance